Welcome back to the Young Crumbs podcast.
You've been eating stuff.
Stuffing these.
The Mountain from Game of Thrones, if you ever watched it.
He has a little brother called the Hill.
Shut up. Shut up.
Elon Musk, one of the most intelligent people out there.
His son is going to have a lifetime of bullying.
This episode has no special guests. it's just Sean and Michael. It's just us. We're here. Alright.
Are you did you need some new clothes or something? I need new clothes desperately.
Not really. I just was at the shops and I really liked it.
Mm.
I'm wearing welcome back to the Young Crumbs podcast. My name's Michael.
My name's Sean. Welcome back. Episode 12.
Episode 12. We'll just talk you. I went shopping yesterday. Bought a really nice purple. Maybe it can make the Instagram.
It's like pink.
Should we show people my new jumper?
It's definitely purple. Yeah, definitely.
It's like a pastel.
It says
nice.
New York on it.
I like a pastel colour.
Love New York, you know?
You been?
Nah. It's on my bucket list though.
Hey, speaking
Moving
of bucket lists.
Like I was saying, yes, we put a couple of polls up on our Instagram. If you're unaware, one of them was just asking for topics, but the other one was asking what you guys have done. You've already done. That's on your podcast. On your bucket list. And we got some cool replies. You know.
Pull it up.
Are you gonna pull it up? So the bucket list one. So we got one here. One says take drugs. Yeah, look, I don't know about that one. Personally, not on my one.
I've got go to Comic-Con. I think Comic-Con would be fun, but also a terrible time.
Terrible time, you think?
Because I just think
but you're into movies and comics and stuff.
It's a lot of waiting in line, though, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never been to one.
Apparently, you can wait in lines to get into some of the halls for 3 hours.
Really?
That just seems like a long time to see a trailer about 12 hours early. Because they just released them.
Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't really know what's at Comic-Con. I guess. Isn't that where they dress up and stuff? What's that called, kid?
Cosplay. Are you a cosplay? Not are you a cosplayer? But
no.
Can you see yourself if you go to Comic-Con in the future or ever?
No.
You dressing up?
Nah.
Are you just wearing some chinos?
Just wearing a New York pastel jumper.
I'm going as Ben 10.
But yeah, Ben 10 with a wrist. I mean, I understand the appeal of it. There's some cool things that people wear, but it's just I don't know, not really.
Yeah. Have you ever?
Plus, it'd be really hot in it.
Have you seen those full 3D printed Iron Man suits?
Yeah, they're cool, but they're good for them.
Yeah.
Transformer
Seems
ones.
like a lot of work.
If you had to go to Comic-Con and dress up as one person, who would it be?
Peter Parker, but in his civilian clothes.
That's so boring.
Nah, maybe.
You were that person that when someone had a superhero themed birthday party, you just wore a Superman shirt underneath your normal clothes and was like, "Yeah, I'm Clark Kent." You know those people?
About to suit up.
About to suit up and fly.
What's that? I hear sirens in the distance. Better get going.
Whatever the theme song is.
What is Superman's theme song? I was thinking about this today because I was listening to a podcast about Superman. And
do you want me to sing it for you?
Yeah.
No. I don't know.
I don't think. Does he have a theme song?
No. Yes. Yeah. Of course you would. I just don't know it.
Batman's theme song's like the na 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 Batman.
Woo. That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. We got camping. We camped in the mountains at Thredbo.
That's cool.
That'd be very cool.
Is that I'd like to know more about that.
Winter or summer? Follow it up with a.
Let us know. This mystery person. Is it? What do they mean? Just camp? Because you're allowed to camp there free, like at Thredbo, just on the campsite. Was it at a campsite or was it up in the mountains?
I'm guessing up in the mountains.
So
because Thredbo is up in the mountains, whereas Jindabyne, the town.
That is not in the mountains.
That is not really. It's in.
It's elevated.
It's around mountains, but it's not. It's not where it snows.
No. When it rains, it pours.
Our friend has said, put soap on the trampoline and jump on it. Is that?
Don't entice him.
Is that?
Don't cut that out.
Is that an inside joke I don't get?
Don't encourage him to bring it up ever again.
Mate, I go to uni with. He travelled overseas on his own.
That's cool. That's definitely in my bucket list.
He absolutely loved it. We have a friend that did that. He seemed to have loved it too.
I
think. Would you travel overseas alone?
Yes.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to.
But I wouldn't do backpacking. I'd go, what's those things? I'd do a Kentucky by myself or something.
Alone?
Yeah. Because I find it really weird to find, not weird, some people can do it, but I'd struggle to go to a bar meet people. I'd rather have like a assigned group kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I could
Well,
do
you
that.
stay at hostels and things like
Yeah,
that. You meet
yeah.
people that you're staying, like, bunking with. You said, fucking start a podcast with a stupid...
Oh, just a good banter, you know,
Wow.
amongst the guys.
I'm going to beep that.
It was funny, but
CUNT.
because when we uploaded that and like just before we started, Michael was like, "Oh, we got no replies. That sucks." And I'm like, "Do you know how to look at the replies?" And he's like, "Oh, nah," because you got to like pull it up.
I assume they came through as messages, but
That's what I thought at first, but then when I went on the story, it's like view the answers, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks for that."
should we jump onto the other quick? Just pump through them.
just get
Pump
through the
through 'em.
topics.
I just feel like this Instagram segment's gone too long.
It's been 5 minutes. Yeah,
Topic-
you guys suck.
Topics to cover on tomorrow's episode. What
Are you
just
going to
list
read them out? Because you said you wanted to pump through them.
Quick thoughts.
Mm.
Well, all right, this is what we're gonna do.
Am I just hitting you with a yes
topics,
or no?
The topics we're gonna cover
Yeah.
is gonna be like sum up your view in one sentence.
Okay.
All right.
Hit me.
I'm gonna hit you.
Hit me.
All right. Why is Sean shit? Why is Sean Clinton?
Spit
I'm
it
sorry,
out.
mate. Your grammar's not very good. Why is Sean's a snitch at Uno Attack?
I'm the best at Uno. I won the other night.
All right. I want. I'm not gonna say that. It's about our friend analyzing the state.
Oh, yeah.
Government
yeah,
or
right.
something?
So
I don't know.
analyzing the economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to head in for a recession. Everyone save your money. Continue.
Yeah. Your mum. Why do we need to eat meat?
No one says you need to eat meat. I don't know what you're talking about. Continue.
Our friend.
My mum's vegan.
In case no one knew.
If anyone's like confused about that.
Why do people buy new cars? Like if you wait 1 to 2 years, it depreciates so much.
I agree. If you buy a new car with 0 kilometers on the clock, you're a stupid idiot. Continue.
Apparently, when they drive out of when you leave the dealership, they lose 20% instantly.
It's like literally you look at a brand new car and then you could just go on like car sales and spend $10,000 and you'll find a car that'll last the exact amount of time. But
it might be like
mine's like 2
3
years. or
years
something.
old or something.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like why are you putting yourself through that?
Ridiculous. Our other friend wanted us to go on. He said his idea was bucket lists last week, and he said bucket lists for more than 10 seconds.
Yes. He suggested the idea.
It just wasn't very good.
And we like skimmed through it because he's a douchebag. But now he's really mad. Continue on.
Will Trump be voted in for a second term?
I got no idea anything about American politics. I'm very sorry.
Exploring places for nostalgia. How?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's not get into that one.
But it's cool, I guess.
And then our other friend, I'm not going to the snow this year because I'm on a various placements
Yeah, so, like,
for university. So
yeah,
he just said, "How you're a bitch for not coming snow."
Yeah, thanks
So
for the
that
topics,
I
guys.
say,
What do you think?
it's because you're
complicated.
going.
Oh, nice one.
Got him.
I tell you what, we could do that every week and just read everyone's replies.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That quick segment,
Everyone's
we just fire
involved.
through.
Yeah,
Because
everyone
let's
gets
face
involved.
it, our viewers have shit ideas,
Oh, awful.
but we got to get the community.
You have no
involved
idea
somehow.
how hard it is to do a podcast.
To be fair.
But going back on, I wanted to bring up an actual funny story.
Okay, yeah, you were online shopping.
No,
or
no,
something?
no. This is something else.
Oh, different story.
On the reply, like a minute ago, whatever.
Yep.
It was like, name something you've done on you've already done your pod. I keep saying podcast. Name something you've already done on your bucket list. And our friend stupidly was like, put soap on a trampoline and jump on it. What that is referencing is it was me and 2 of my mates. It was after a cricket game. So we were younger.
Yeah,
And we used to finish, they started at like 8 and finished at like 1. So we went back to a friend's house.
it's a long sport, cricket.
So cricket, you wear all white, obviously.
Yep.
And you get quite dirty, because you're wearing all white. So we go into a friend's house and someone came up with the idea of putting soap on the trampoline and jumping around in it. It was fun.
To wash your clothes
Yeah,
while you're wearing
well,
them.
it didn't really wash them, but it was just more fun.
Right, yeah.
Did that, fun time. And then afterwards, apparently I said, I can tick that off my bucket list. As like a bit of a joke, and then I completely forgot about it because
Classic 10-year-old humour.
it was just something I said. And then about 10 years later, they're like, keep saying that I was with them one night and they kept saying, "Oh, I'm gonna tick that off my bucket list." And I'm like, that's a weird thing to say, but all right, cool. And then they're like, "Don't you remember when you said that?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" And then they
That's
explained
such a
it.
throwaway comment. Why would anyone remember they say
I
that?
didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. Like, I was like, I don't remember this. I don't remember saying this. And then they're like, "Oh, it was so funny. Oh, you're so silly." And I'm like, I don't get it. I mean, it's funny thinking back on it. I'm like, that's such a silly thing to say, but I just forgot about it because
It's funny when a little phrase, like a little just throwaway
Turns into a
phrase,
big joke.
turns into a big joke. Another one, who some of our close friends might get is whatever floats your boat.
Hey, come on now. Now you're taking my feelings.
So, Sean...
Can I explain the story? Because it's got to do with me.
It's super quick.
Oh, okay.
So, you asked a girl out.
Uh-huh.
Girl said...
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
She said yes. Yeah, she said yes. Let me just reiterate that.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
And then I was like...
And then just became
And then I thought... Again, it goes back to the thing. I was like, oh, yeah, cool. She said yes. Oh, yeah, got a girlfriend. Whatever. We were in like year 10 at the time. And then I was like, yeah, cool, sweet. And then she got really embarrassed because she said that, but I didn't think much of it. So then she told all her friends, she was like, oh, I said this. And they're like, that was so dumb. And then now it's turned into me. So now it's like, whenever someone says that, I'm like, oh my goodness. But I still don't think it's a big deal.
I don't think it's a big deal.
No, it's just sort of classic banter humor. Yeah, sorry. I want to talk about
your online
So one time I was selling my old iPhone. So it was like an iPhone 5. This was a few years ago. Mm-hmm. I was selling my phone. And this is sort of like the rules of online selling. I'm giving it to you I'm going to explain the story and you're going to tell me whether I was in the right or in the wrong.
Okay.
Selling my iPhone, getting a few offers, I put it up on Gumtree for I want to say $250.
Okay.
Right? Getting offers I wanted because everyone just lowballs you anyway. Everyone going to hit you with, can you do 200? I wanted about 200. Everyone was keep offering me whatever. So this guy, I was at school. I was just still at school. It was a few years ago. Guy rings me and he's like, oh, hey bro. It was probably in his 40s. He's like, oh, I want to buy the phone for my daughter or whatever. Would you do, if I come pick it up tonight, would you do 200? And I was like,
it's a great offer.
I was like, no, I think he said 170 or something. Just slightly below what I wanted, but he gets rid of it. And I'm like, yeah, cool. If you want to come get it.
Don't have to go anywhere. Don't have to post it. Easy.
So he rocked up to my house at 8 o'clock. It was late. Mm-hmm. Got the phone out, gave it to him. I was like, oh yeah, this is what it is. And it was him and some other dude. They're both 40 years old. And I was like, they're having a look at it. They're like, oh, there's a couple scratches on this, I didn't expect that. And I was like, I said it was used. I didn't say there was no scratches on it. He's like, oh, you drove it, can you do 120? And I'm like, no, we've already agreed on 170. I'm not, and it was literally that day someone messaged me saying, would you do 170, 200? I was getting offers way higher than that. And obviously I get he's there now, but I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And he's like, oh, I don't really want it with all these scratches on it. And I'm like, well, okay, see ya. And I grabbed the phone and then I walked away. And they're like, oh, wait, well, what about 140? And I was like, no. And then I walked inside. And then I was thinking they did drive all that way. And I guess it's sort of bargaining and selling. I guess you kind of be like, all right, whatever. Do you think that I was a bit of a dick or nah?
You're in a dick.
Yeah. That's what I thought. But then I was like,
fuck him.
I can understand
I get you've agreed on the price. He's coming to pick it up. There would have been photos of the phone, right? It's always, you can't expect
photos there was probably some, phone. There was some scratches. And sure, if he was oh, look, some scratches, 160, but he lowballed it so low, I was like, you already agreed on a price when you rang it?
Clearly,
if he rang me and was like, hey, can I come have a look at it tonight and I'll buy it off you? I'd be like, yeah, cool. But he already offered me a price over the phone. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll take that. You know what I mean?
You were going in with expectations, I guess, similar to what he was, but it's
and I think he had to drive a little while too. And he's like, oh, look, we drove all the way here. Can you do 140? And I'm like, no. And I walked back inside. And literally the next week, someone's like, hey, I'll do 200. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then literally he'd PayPal me the money and I sent him the phone. It was done.
Easy.
Yeah.
That guy's weird.
Another weird thing.
You don't haggle after the agreement.
Yeah. It's you can agree face to face, but when you offer someone a price on the phone, then
you're expecting that.
It's not like I had a cracked screen that I didn't tell anyone about. It just had a few nicks and an old phone. Funny thing about that phone, but I think I was selling it on eBay.
All the dick pics it had on it still.
Oh, I forgot to wipe it. Bugger. I think a few weeks beforehand I was selling it, and someone offered me the exact price that I put it up, $250 or something. Yeah. And then I was like, we're selling online, there's always that mutual trust. It's send me the money first or I post it first. Yeah. Guy sends me the thing and then he was in America or something and he's sends me this like pamphlet that it's like, oh, we got the money. Like apparently he sent the money to a bank and the bank holds it until I send a photo of like the postage receipt.
Oh.
And then they do an exchange. And I'm like, oh, cool. I haven't seen that before. So I posted to the address, got the thing. It was a scam. Yeah.
What were you buying?
I was selling my phone. It was the same phone.
Selling it, right.
So phone went over and I was like, oh, God damn it. I fell for it, bastard. To be fair, it was quite, realistic. But good thing was that the person never came and picked it up from the postage. They just sent it back to sender, basically. So I got it back like a month later and then I sold it again.
Yeah, right.
So my other story is, make sure you...
Don't be trusting Americans.
Yeah, fucking pricks.
It's not an online shopping thing.
But it's just
an American thing. I want to make that very clear to all our American listeners. You can't be trusted.
Those pricks over in Michigan, you suck. No, but it's
This is the second week.
But it's always that weird mutual fear of buying something online or even selling something online. You're just like, okay, are you gonna send me the money first? And then they're like, I'm not sending the money first. You got to post it first. And it's like, ooh.
I've never bought clothes online. Actually, I bought one item of clothing online, and that was a Christmas sweater.
Nice,
but
jumpers, t-shirts.
I like feeling it. I like knowing what I'm getting.
Right.
I don't like the idea of going through the process of.
So does that mean you go shopping by yourself?
Return sending it. I sometimes go shopping by myself. Yeah. Shopping by yourself is so quick, man.
Yeah,
you go in, you just have a quick look.
I don't feel bad if I don't really like something. You know what I mean? When you're like, you go in and you're like, oh, I'm actually going to go back to the other store we were just at or something like that. And you feel bad if there's someone with you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You've dragged someone along.
But yeah, definitely. I think in-person shopping is way better than online shopping.
Typically, I don't like shopping with people either.
Yeah, right.
I just find it's like you might not have the same taste as them. You feel rude by telling them like, oh, it doesn't really look good, man.
Yeah.
But then again, I've gone shopping with people and they've been like, that looks really, really good on you. I really like it. And I'll be like, oh, I'm not really sure about it, but if you like it, then it must look good. And then I'll buy it, but I'll never wear it because I'll never feel good in it. And so it's like, maybe
not.
I feel that. I think start shopping by yourself. Yeah. If you hate shopping, shop by yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you have a terrible sense of style.
If you're buying online, a good tip. This might be common sense, but I don't know. Always look at if you like what it looks like, whatever, and you're confused about the price. The size to get. Always look at the model. Like, there's usually information about the person wearing it. They're like, this person's 6 foot. Their torso's this tall or whatever, and just measure yourself, and you just compare. You know what I mean? I've seen this model's wearing a large and he's 5'9" or something, and it's like, okay, well, I'm 6 foot, so I need something a bit bigger. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever seen model information. Is that
you got to scroll down a bit?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll find it. It's just not many people look at it.
I think knowing your measurements. Girls, I think girls typically do. Is that?
I'm not sure.
How do girl sizes work? What's an 8? What's a 12?
I don't know.
What's a 6?
I guess 12 is bigger than 8.
6 centimeters around?
6 centimeters. Well, your waist, the waist one's pretty straightforward. I'm a 32, which means 32 inches.
It's annoying. I'm a 31. So a 30s are too tight and 32s are because
they don't do odds.
A little bit too big.
Yes.
And they don't do odds. Only some I know Zara sells. If you're a 31 out there, for all my fellow 31s,
shout out to the 31 gang.
31 gang. Go to Zara. They do size 31 pants.
Ah, there you go.
I think they do. Yeah.
I'm in between a medium and a large shirt. Sometimes if I have an oversized, you know how that's branded oversized. Yep. And I get a medium, and it's this fits. And then other times it's a large. I think it's very confusing. That's why you shop in person as well.
There are some clothing, online clothing companies that are starting to do in between sizes, like Marge and Smedium.
Smedium. Or is it Mall?
Mall.
That's a good one. Mall. Or is it
Smedium?
Or is it Tallian? Tallian?
Tall.
Tallian?
Slim. Are you talking about slim? Like a slim? What's
I'm combining medium and tall. Tedium.
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 It's just mall again.
Mall. That's a good one. Mall. If you ever do merch, we'll sell one size mall.
I'm like a Marge, a medium and a large mix. Oh, homie.
See, I'm Marge. Oh, me.
Oh, homie.
Yeah, see, I'm Marge. Anyways. What were we talking about? Yeah, a funny story. Another thing that I did was stupidly online. I purchased something online.
Yeah.
And you know how some online stores sell packs?
Yeah.
So you get like a hat, t-shirt, shorts.
Yeah.
And I was like going through like the bundles or whatever on this website. And I was like, one of these is particularly cheaper than the others. What a bargain. I'm going to buy it. Turned out it was for kids. Pants were like this big. T-shirt was like this big. And I was like, nice.
How
You
big?
idiot.
How big are we talking for the listeners?
I'd say like if you put the pants and the shirt together, it'd be about 30 centimeters long.
I was like a baby. It was
Maybe
a
like
baby outfit.
maybe 60 centimeters tall, like toddler, like
Toddler
2 years
size.
old.
Toddler size.
It was stupid.
Tell you what I think would be a hassle.
What?
Taking toddlers camping and like babies camping.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Do you
Camping's fun, but that would be tough.
I think kids, you gotta watch them all the time. It's so easy to run
Just
away.
it's an inconvenience.
There's no fences to keep them
Having
in.
kids, you know,
Having
inconvenience.
How many kids do you want?
Oh fuck, me. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I say a number and I have more than that, am I going to be disappointed with the one that's?
I'm going to constantly remind that child for the rest of his life that you are unwanted.
I think 2 is the perfect.
Two's perfect.
2.
You grew up in a house of multiple siblings.
6. So did you? You had 6.
There's 4 kids.
Yeah,
But
I had
like
4 kids.
six
I'm saying 6
family
in
members.
total
Yeah,
for us.
Yeah.
And you're in 6 in
We
total
have
as
6. 4 boys. I have 3 brothers.
well. I have 2
I-
boys, 2 girls.
I used to always ask my mum, I'm like, do you ever wish you had a girl? She's like, hell no. Boys are so much easier.
Yes.
Girls suck. My cousin's family, 3 girls, my dad was once talking to their dad, and he was like, they were talking about formal and how much they spend. Each
God.
Each girl was like $1,000.
Oh my god.
How cooked is it? It was like a $600 or like $500 dress or $300 dress plus
Makeup,
hair, a limo,
shoes.
probably shoes, like accessories, earrings and shit like
I
that.
think max I spent
Bro.
year 12 formal was probably $250 for the suit. I think.
Mine was about 200 for year 12, and 200 for year 10.
Yeah.
But that's one formal. It's like $1,000.
Oh my
Cooked is that?
god.
Girls are high maintenance, man.
Oh, 100%. So much
Yeah.
more.
That being
Yeah.
said, would you rather girls or guys? Girls or boys if you had
I'd
kids?
rather have a son. But I want a daughter as well. I'd like both.
I think I like
You know?
both.
I would like both. But I feel like if I had like 2 daughters, I'd be like, kind of want a son.
I don't think I'd know anything about raising a girl because I don't have any sisters.
Yeah, you don't have any sisters.
And I wasn't really around my
Tell you what,
female cousins enough to.
getting to drop out in year 10, no year 12 formal.
Exactly. Hey, you thought
Big
about
brain
You
things.
thought about becoming a makeup artist.
Mm.
You know, I hear
Get
there's
them
tape
into
courses.
sewing when they're young, and they can make their own bloody dress.
Start a sweatshop.
What?
There's people
No.
there's people that have made formal. Another like kind of distant cousin. We don't really talk much. She made
Fuck you.
her formal dress for her year 12 major.
Oh, that's cool.
In textile, she made her formal
It's a
dress.
good idea.
Really cool.
Their parents might be like,
Came out really nice. Yeah.
how much is material? Probably not. Probably not a lot.
Oh,
$100.
I feel like a nice material enough to make a dress might be like $100.
That's like a wedding. Are
That's
you
a
like-
nice material though.
Are you thinking having an expensive wedding?
Oh no, we talked
No.
about this.
Have we?
This has been a
Oh
topic.
shit, man! Don't worry about it.
We're
Bro.
12 episodes in.
Oh fuck, me.
In another 5 episodes, we'll be talking about the Titanic again.
So like, when you have a shower and you turn it on,
What?
are you walking straight in?
No,
Yeah, of course not.
no,
Right?
no,
You're a psychopath if you do
no,
that.
no.
If you like, you go to have a shower and you just immediately stand right underneath it and just turn the knobs on. You are insane if you do that. I'd actually be
I
curious.
can't. I can't do cold showers. I can't do
No, but
full
like-
cold showers.
Neither can I, but like,
Even
then, I can't do it for like 2 seconds. It's just dumb.
picking. The only time I can do a cold shower out from the beach. There's the showers at the beach.
Yeah.
You just have a rinse off in a nice hot weather, hot sun.
Or if I'm fully sunburnt. Some good shit.
yeah. Sometimes
Having a hot shower.
I kind of
and a
like the
hot
sting though.
You're fucking
You know when
weird.
you fall over, like that kind of good stinging pain.
Huh?
You know,
Not really. I don't really know
alright,
good sting,
good example. You know, like you're a kid and you graze your knee, and mum grabs the bowl with some Dettol to disinfect that, and it's like it stings, but it feels good. It feels like it's becoming clean. Do you not like that feeling? Betadine does the same thing.
Yeah, but it stings. It's painful. Why is that a good feeling? It's not.
It's not.
No.
I think it's
Fucking
nice.
weirdo. I love the pain.
I love the pain.
You
Nah,
just like don't even use the
cold.
cold knob and you just turn hot on. 'Cause you just want to feel the fucking heat.
It's either full hot or nothing for me.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't do showers. Camping especially. We're going
You
back
can't
to
do
camping.
showers.
We're
What
going
do you
back to
mean you can't do
camping.
showers? They're
Oh, I can't do cold showers.
It's a pretty simple task to do. You just turn it on. You know what I mean?
I just haven't figured it out yet, man. I keep slipping in the soap. I don't get it.
People will die in showers when they slip over. It's no joke.
Toilets and
no
bathrooms,
joke.
they're the biggest killers of 2020.
It's no joke. COVID-19 is like 100,000 bathrooms. Be
Bathrooms
up.
and showers.
I'm gonna say baths are better than showers.
No.
Do you have a bath in this house?
Yeah, we do.
Where?
In next to the shower.
Oh, over there, isn't
the
it?
in the bathroom.
Yeah, yep.
No, I'll only have a bath. If I'm having a bath, I shower, get clean in the shower, quick shower, jump in the bath. It's more relaxant than a cleaning.
Yeah, fuck water usage, hey.
Because,
you dog.
it's
piece of
very
shit.
rare. It's only when I want to treat myself.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but like,
But it's like,
a real relaxing shower.
you just feel like
bath.
you're sitting in your own filth.
That's
Like
how it works.
you're all
yeah.
sweaty and shit and dirty, and then you're sitting in that dirtiness. That's gross.
Yeah, that dirtiness doesn't come out with you when you leave.
Yeah, it does.
You
Are you
don't-
wet when you get out of the bath?
I don't think you've figured out how to bath yet either.
What?
Can't shower, can't bath either. Nah, I know what you mean.
Maybe that explains why I
It's
stink
definitely
so badly.
showers are definitely cleaner, but baths are relaxing. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
they
have
are.
like
That's why
I wouldn't have
clean
a
yourself
bath.
first.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have a bath if I'm just played a soccer match and I'm filthy dirty. Like
Yeah.
I'll do it if I'm like
Been lounging around. all
lounging
day or
around all day, being a lazy piece of
something. Gotta
shit,
treat myself. It's a bit stressful week.
being a
yeah.
couch potato.
Have a glass of wine.
Having
Maybe
some
a
red-
cheese board over the bath.
Fuck your cheese board.
I love a
Fuck
cheese
your
board.
cheese. Fuck your chicken strips.
Back to camping because I want to tell
Why do
a
you-
little story. Last week we were talking about this.
Oh, is this
episode
the
feels a
stingray
bit
story?
Off the rails. This is a stingray story. So
Okay.
last week we were talking about sea life and animals and sharks and how scary they are and how we kind of wish megalodons were real and Loch Ness monsters. Anyways, once we were camping a place called Bendalong down the coast, and they have a place called Stingray Bay. It's like on a point. What's so funny about Stingray
It's
Bay?
just you're about to talk about a stingray attack, yet you were swinging in a place called Stingray Bay. Continue.
Yeah,
You go. Yeah, so you're about to
I
go,
don't see a problem.
you're about to kill. Yeah,
So
I'm listening.
Stingray Bay, it just has lots of like stingrays in it. Pretty big. Some of them get pretty big, like 1.5 meters wide to maybe not 2 meters. About pretty big to like pretty small. But
Pretty big,
they're very kind to people, and they'll even like come up and like chill around the people to get pats and things like that because the fishermen feed them. They
gotcha.
and they give people
Throw away
the
their,
carcasses and things
Do
like
they
that.
eat meat? Are they meat eaters? I don't know. Stingrays.
Stingrays.
Yeah. They eat fish.
They eat fish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
They exclusively eat human meat.
Don't do it. Don't make a Steve Irwin joke. I will cry. Yeah, continue.
So they eat the fish,
Mhm.
the dead fish or whatever, out of people's hands, and they get pats and whatever. Yeah, they're nice. They're chill.
They're like puppies.
And we went spearfishing out in like off the kind of rocks there,
Off the point. Yeah.
off the point, and I caught a fish. I speared a fish, and you keep it in a catchment bag, so it's like a little bag that you keep on you and you swim around with. But of course, they love the carcasses and the dead fish that they eat on shore, and so they were like, "Oh, sweet, free food."
Bloody bag of
And we
food.
started like stingrays were coming towards us while we were snorkeling, and like coming up really quickly, and then like zooming off, like investigating what this fish smell was. And got to the point where they were like hitting us. They like kept ramming us with their head and like getting all freaky. And we're like, "Fuck, we're getting out of here before we get shanked." And then up on the rocks and shit, and they were like still ramming our ankles as we got out of the water. We got like hustled out of the water
Did you
by
bloody
some stingrays.
like kick it
It was the
once?
scariest thing in my fucking life. I thought I was going to get stabbed.
Did you kick it? Did you kick
Did I
one?
kick it? No, you don't want to
Just
make them angry.
Show it a bit of respect.
Yeah, I punched it in the nose.
You got
like
to
a
show
shark.
a bit of respect. You know when sharks, like sharks, you got to punch
You're
it.
meant to punch him.
You got to fucking give it a right hook.
Quick right hook on this onto the
Or
top
a
of the head.
spar, or a bar to the face. Get on my face.
Yeah, I should have speared one.
But show an
That
example.
could have been dinner.
Get some little small one and make an example out of him and kill him in front of everyone else.
Would you eat stingray?
Yes.
I know stingray leather. Like they make leather out of stingray hide.
Mm.
I don't know if it's called hide.
Would you eat
skin.
frog?
Yeah, I've eaten frog.
Why do we need to eat meat, Michael?
Would you, okay.
scumbag?
Would you eat whale if you went to Japan? We haven't eaten whale. Why are you smiling?
No,
like we
I'm
have?
just I'd probably
You would try it? I think I'd be pretty curious.
I'd be curious.
I know we shouldn't kill
Yeah.
them.
Look, I know I probably should, but I wouldn't mind a little nibble.
I wouldn't mind just tasting it.
If there's like an entree with like whale, I'd be like, oh, wow.
Look, I probably wouldn't. I might not order it, but
How else are you going to get it?
If it was on someone
I'd
else's,
go kill it.
if it was on someone else's plate, and they were like, "Have a bite," I'm like, "All right,
Yeah, of course.
I'm doing this as best that I can."
I'm sure this whale died of old
I'd
age.
be curious
right?
to try
It died of old age.
Yeah.
Natural causes, right?
Natural causes.
Yeah, I'll have a little nibble.
It's that spear it's had in its heart for 8 years.
It's fucking Moby Dick himself.
Dead. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind a
Eat
bite
that
of
bitch.
I wouldn't mind a bite of
I wouldn't
Moby
mind a
Dick.
bit of slice of Moby Dick. All right, can we pause?
Hello.
Why do you want people to kill themselves?
That's not what I...
Why do you want people to kill themselves?
Okay, so getting old, right? Oh, no, this isn't a good way to do it.
Nah, definitely not.
I think part of me,
I want to see you dig a hole.
part
Go.
of me is like,
Get yourself out of
walk-in suicide clinics might be a good idea.
it. Do any of these exist ever or not?
No, well, that's
Not
what
in the world.
that's what euthanasia is, basically. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
but it's
you're
not-
too sick.
Euthanasia is someone's about to die and they don't want to go through suffering. This is someone who's perfectly healthy, but they want to kill themselves. So they walk into a suicide clinic and do it. Is that what you think?
I think it's not for people that... I think there should be an assessment. All right, so this is my idea. Walk-in suicide clinic. You go in, you get a health assessment. There
What
has
kind
to
of health
be
assessment?
It has to be a early onset Alzheimer's.
How sad are you? Pretty sad. Oh, well, you know.
We're not talking
He's
about...
passed the test. Let's kill him.
I'm not talking about depression and stuff like that. I'm talking about like you're kind of at the old age where you're like, maybe it's all downhill from here. You know, you might be moving into a home soon. Maybe you've noticed you started losing your memory. I think that'd be the worst. I don't want to get old and start like having early onset Alzheimer's and then be like, I know that I'm gonna forget my family.
Like someone's
slowly
like,
over
hey,
time.
you're going to die in 5 years and it's going to be a lot of pain and suffering. And
Yeah.
you're eventually
Or
gonna
if it's
stop
like,
walking or
oh,
something.
we found stage 4 cancer in your lungs and like undetected until now, and you might have like 6 months. And it's
So
like
you'd
it's gonna
rather
be.
than
It's
make
gonna
a
be.
suicide clinic.
I would rather say goodbye to my family while I'm healthy and happy,
Mhm.
and have them not see me go through like a terrible like degenerative disease that'll like suck the life out of me and be depressing as hell.
Mm. So
You know
you're
what?
just going to give up.
At the yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
Why are you spinning it like?
I'm just kidding.
like
No,
I'm
I
some
agree.
sort of-
I do agree with
Right?
that. Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Getting old's scary. I don't like it.
Yeah, but like when you have stage 4 cancer, that's why euthanasia exists. Well,
Yeah, but
where
they
does
don't-
this? Where
yeah,
does a
but-
suicide clinic come into this?
It's earlier than
Thought of-
it's earlier than what like euthanasia is allowed now.
right.
Euthanasia is like when you're so incredibly sick that it's like you're in more pain than it's worth being alive.
So
But I want to kill myself before I get to the pain.
So tell me how this suicide clinic works. Do you get to choose how you're going to die? Or is it just straight up everyone gets a lethal
It
injection?
would just be lethal injection. You don't get,
But like,
you don't get to
if I
get
wanna
creative
die,
with it.
But like, I'd get creative with it.
All right, how would you kill yourself?
Skydive without a parachute.
That would be fun.
Fun. Boom. Isn't dead.
Just
A bit of fun and thrill.
I think out into the ocean, you'd die when you hit the water, but no cleanup. Easy.
Go straight to the stingrays.
Straight to the stingrays.
Eat them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like, here's the thing. Preventative suicide clinic. Opposite of what yours is.
That's called therapy.
Here's what it's called. Here's how hey, do it. Everyone does, like it's a pretend thing. So everyone walks in, oh, I want to die. Okay, well, take you skydiving without a parachute. Oh, okay. Jumps out of the plane. Oh, I'm going to die. Shh, flying.
Right.
And then he'll hit that realization like, oh shit, I'm about to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Oh, and then they
But
swoop
then
in and save the day.
No, we sneak an actual parachute into him and it expands. And then he's like, oh, I've changed my life. I don't want to die. I want to keep
Yeah,
going.
right.
Yeah? Huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I've seen a movie like that.
So there's someone, I
It's
remember
like-
there was someone who killed themselves by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. Lots of people do it.
Yeah.
It's like a suicide spot, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a suicide clinic without paying for it.
Look at that. Look at that.
So, but this person jumped but actually survived. And he was like, when he was falling through the air, as soon as he jumped, he initially, like instantly was like, I don't want to kill myself anymore.
Yeah, right.
This was a mistake.
And so he willed himself to live when he hit
was
the
like-
ground.
He actually did a nice swan dive, went straight into the water and landed it. 10 out of 10.
That would
That's a joke. But I think, I don't know, he like broke his legs or something and then
he just
a
swam.
river went onto the ground. He bloody survived. Good for him, huh?
Survived.
Good for him.
Oh, yeah. I've heard
So
that.
you're saying there's no fun with how to kill yourself. If you like let's say you're 70 years old, stage 4 cancer, and they're just like, how do you want to die? You're just like a lethal injection. The most boring type. That's so boring.
Okay. Well, can we bundle the funeral and the showy death into one, so it's like a show?
How's that?
All right, you're up on stage.
Yeah.
I think explosion. I think just exploding would be kind of fun.
Yeah, no, really. But like, how you gonna explode it?
Like a grenade. I don't know.
Really? Someone's gonna throw a grenade at you. You're just gonna go, oh shit! Just fuck.
You sarcastically, yeah, you know in Captain America how he dives on the grenade.
Yeah,
and he's like, to save his comrades.
Oh, I like that.
But it's like oh no, guys, a grenade!
I'm gonna sacrifice myself.
Watch me sacrifice myself for you. And then you just cuddle up on it, smiling, and boom,
dead.
Death. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's up there.
Maybe a bit gruesome for the people.
Have
watching.
you seen the roller coaster that spins, that does so many loop to loops that the
blood
rushes out of your head and then you die?
It'd be like falling asleep.
I feel like doing a boxing match with Mike Tyson and him just punching me in the face and then
just
dying. Because people die from boxing.
Is a king hit an entertaining way to commit suicide?
I'm going out fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's like a will. It's like if I somehow get the willpower to knock Mike Tyson down, it's like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to live. Fuck this stage 4 cancer.
Go down with respect.
Get me the respect I deserve.
Respect.
I think suicide clinics.
See, maybe my plan is a little bit flawed because anyone can also just go and commit suicide.
Yes.
You don't have to.
Correct.
You don't have to go to a clinic.
You can just go to a bridge.
It's not illegal.
No.
Is it illegal?
To kill yourself? What, are you going to arrest the person who died?
I don't know. Public disturbance.
Hey, hands up. Dead body.
But say they didn't commit suicide. You know, say you're standing on top of a bridge and the crowd forms at the bottom.
Don't do it.
And they're like, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it, man. You have so much to live for.
No, I don't. No, Dwight, you ignorant slut. Have you seen The Office?
No, I haven't.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You're on top. There's a bit of a crowd forming. The police are there, the fire brigade. They got the sheet. They got the bed sheet out, ready to catch you for when you jump. And then you don't. Say you don't. Are you then fined with like...
No. What if it's just like...
So you get down, they convince you out of it, and then they slap you with a fine.
You're like, don't kill yourself. You have to pay the fine.
They slap... Oh, no.
It's What's like, that? Actually, you know what?
I'm killing yourself because you're in debt. Here's a $400 fine.
It's like, you know what? I'm actually not going to kill myself. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm proud of what I have. I might have $0 in my name. Here's $400 fine, you idiot. No, I don't think they get fined. I hope they don't. That's horrible.
Well, I mean,
but it's just like this suicide clinic. I feel like it's just a euthanasia clinic, but just a little bit earlier.
It's a bit earlier.
But like when you say suicide,
so you have a health assessment.
It's just like when you say suicide, I associate with that someone who's completely healthy, but their mind and their mental disease, and they're like, I want to kill myself.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to go to a suicide clinic and kill myself.
You can't fake stage 4 cancer, can you? You have to take in your health records, scans, MRIs, whatever.
No, I understand that, but it's just like...
has to be a reason.
What you're describing is early euthanasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like slightly earlier, while you're still happy.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I wouldn't really call that... I mean, I guess it is suicide, but I don't know. I associate with that with like a different thing. I feel like euthanasia and suicide are two different things.
There was a big story on A Current Affair, which for anyone that might not know A Current Affair, it's
What's
just
a current affair?
It's like 60 minutes. They have 60,
What's 60 minutes?
They have 60 minutes in America.
What's 60 minutes? I don't know.
You actually don't?
I'm an ignorant slut. Yes.
Dwight. I haven't seen it. I can't make references.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
Is that actually a line in the show?
Yes.
Who says that?
The main guy. Jim.
No.
Fuck, I've forgotten his name.
Jim.
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
He's on top of the roof. He's going to kill himself. And he's like, oh, I'm so depressed. And he's like, Dwight, where are the warehouse people? I didn't think you need them. Dwight, you ignorant slut.
Take him down a peg.
Funny.
That's what I'll say to. I'll be like, oi, someone's on a bridge, right? I walk past and I'm like, whoa, you won't do it.
The old you would have done it.
The old you would have done it. You're a bitch now. And then they're going to be like, no, I'm going to prove you wrong.
By killing myself.
And then kill myself.
What are you going to talk about this? What's 60 minutes?
Oh, okay, so no, there was a story on 60 Minutes about
What's 60 minutes? Is it a current affair of 60 Minutes?
they're similar shows. They just do a segment.
I need the
they
facts.
They do a story.
Is it Tracy Grimshaw saying it, or is it someone else?
I think she might be on both.
She's
everywhere.
think she's definitely not on both.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyways,
So I'm a current affair connoisseur.
it's just like a journalist. It's just
stories.
They just do a story.
They
just
talk
do
about doll bludgers
They do a piece.
and grocery shopping. That's all they talk
A lot
about.
of it's grocery shopping.
A
Isn't
lot
it?
of it grocery shopping.
How to save $10.
How to save money on your Easter shop.
Save a total of $8 on
We did
Curtis
the
Stone's
maths.
$10 Coles shops.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was a story where an old person. No, someone started a business, right? Where they sell beer making equipment, which they use nitrous oxide. I think it's nitrous oxide to like carbonate the beer, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of like a Nang. It's like a big Nang. So they sell these small canisters of nitrous oxide, and they pitch their company as a beer company, but they aim it towards older people that want to kill themselves early, like an early euthanasia. And because they're selling beer equipment, it's legal. Yep. But what people do with the beer equipment is like, so they like, you know, they not safely, but like they say, don't breathe it in because you hook it up just like oxygen and your brain will just slowly run out of oxygen. You'll go to sleep and die. Yep. And so it's a pain-free way to kill yourself if you say have Alzheimer's, early onset. And, you know, I'm not saying
someone's stolen your business idea.
I'm not saying everyone with Alzheimer's should kill themselves. I'm saying me personally, if I was in that situation and I knew I was heading in that direction, I would want to. And I don't think that's crazy. But that's a similar thing. You know, people like, what are your thoughts on a company that just sells you the tools to kill yourself, but doesn't actually do it? Maybe we're missing out. Maybe we're missing out on a business opportunity.
If you want to kill yourself, do it. Go for it. I guess.
For it.
And give you the tools you need to do it. How much are they charging for these nitrous oxide stuff?
It's probably like $100.
You're joking.
Well, you got to make money somehow.
It's a bit of an untapped market there, I think.
I know.
So someone just jumps on the website and goes, I don't want any of the other yeasts or beer making material. I just want the nitrous oxide.
Well, the idea is that they would probably just drop it off. Like, drop it all off.
Did the owners of this business know that people were using this?
Yeah. That was the idea. It's like he's selling beer equipment, but he's...
Did he get in trouble?
No, because it's legal.
It's totally legal.
You can just buy it. Like, it's fine. Like, you can just buy a nitrous oxide canister.
He's living in 2025. He's thinking with his brain. It's like, there's people that want to kill themselves. I'm going to give them the tools to.
Old people are generally, I think, pretty sad. You know, all their friends start dying.
Oh, geez, that's a broad brush, isn't it?
So my scary
You're an old
thing,
person.
Scary thing.
Fuck me. You are sad.
I'm going to get onto my grandparents.
Oh, don't you hate
my
them?
grandparents? I don't think they should kill themselves at all. No. Not like I want to, because I know you're going to be like, you want your grandparents to kill themselves. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the last few times I saw them pre-COVID, they like looked both fine and healthy, whatever. Post-COVID, I saw them. It's been like 3 months. Granddad got a bit of a shake. Like shake in the hand.
Right.
What's it called? Parkinson's?
Yep.
He's like Parkinson's in his hands now. And it's scary being like, oh shit, like you were so healthy and now all of a sudden you're really shaky and it's like the start of the end, you know? It's scary.
Did you tell him that?
No, I didn't.
It's been the start of the end there, isn't it, Granddad? Yeah. Heading off to the grave, aren't we?
Heading off. Should I start digging? Look, we can get an excavator.
Looks like we're going coffin shopping soon, hey?
Have you thought about getting into making beer? He already does make beer.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, he's got the tools.
It's pretty good.
He's got the tools with the trade.
Pretty good. He's like, this is a light beer, and you taste it, and it affects you.
Why are you wishing death upon your granddad? All he does is make beer, and he's got a little bit of a shake in his hands.
No, I'm not. But if I was in that situation, I would look at the shake in my hand and be like, fuck me.
I'm sure that's what he does, and he's just trying to be happy for the rest of his life.
He's pretty old though. He's 89.
He's just trying to get through his life without some punk 21-year-old going, "Oh, if I had a shake in my hands, I'd bloody kill myself."
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, bloody kill myself if I had a shake in my hand.
My point is, getting old is scary.
Yeah, right? No, I agree with that.
Right?
I'm going to bring your granddad into this poor guy.
Yeah, just an example. It's like,
hey, bro, my granddad,
it's scary seeing,
fucking going to die soon.
Scary seeing like their health slowly
deteriorate.
Like, you know,
that's what happens when you get old. He lives in your hair. You're older than me by like 6 months.
I'm turning grey already.
You're old as fuck.
I have lots of greys.
You're old. You're an old dude. What's it like thinking that when you're 21, right?
Right.
Time of your life, right? I think a lot of people, a lot of old people think back and they're like, you know what? When I was 21, I had a bloody good time.
It was back
Half
in the
of it
60s.
was spent. How do you feel like when you were? Half of it was spent inside during COVID-19.
That's all right.
Wait, you're 22 now.
I'm 22.
Fuck, mate. Never mind.
I spent a year inside, Sean. I'm not that upset about the whole staying inside thing. I know it's
shaking your hair, Michael?
no. I've
Are you
got
gonna kill yourself
something
soon?
in my eye. Oh, that's a.
That's a death
it's
for me.
it's stage 4 cancer. I'm gonna.
Fucking die.
But anyways, I think walk-in clinics should be a thing, or people should just be allowed to self-euthanize earlier. Well, that's just called suicide, isn't it?
No, it's two different
We've been
things.
on this for so long. All right, moving
You
on.
said you wanted. Okay, we went for a break. I went to chuck
But
a
it
piss.
feels like you're not
and then-
contributing. It feels like you're just being like,
Bro, okay.
what do
The
you think?
suicide clinics, right?
Dumb.
Silly idea.
I think it's great.
But early euthanasia, good idea. Like, I agree with that. I agree with your whole entire point. But you don't really need a clinic for people to kill themselves, right?
Let's do it at a hospital.
Just or a big name,
Or a
like,
grenade.
or a grenade, or a non-parachute skydive. Like,
Right.
funner ways to do it. You know,
Right.
crash an airplane.
Do you think it would be a televised sport?
Tell you what you could do.
Kill yourself in the most
Is
entertaining
you could
way.
definitely do you know, like that person did the biggest skydive in the world or whatever. He like went up into space and shit.
Yep.
Jumped.
Yep.
Do like a meter higher than that, and just don't bring a parachute because you want to kill yourself anyways. You've broken a world record and died.
Have you seen the
He's died a hero.
parachute? The parachuteless skydive?
Yeah,
He
it was-
lands in this huge net.
It's used net, yeah.
They're like,
Bro, that was scary. There was like at
Imagine
one point he was
missing.
doing spins and he was like he blacked out.
oh,
see
like the big one. Which one are you talking about?
The big one didn't have a parachute in it. Big
Yeah,
one
it
had a
did.
net. No, I swear to God.
No, he did.
No, you don't bet?
How did? Oh, I'm 100% certain. He had
I'm
a
100%
parachute.
certain he used the net.
The guy that jumped from like the edge of space.
The Red Bull one where he jumped from the edge of space. Yeah,
yeah, he had a
used the net.
parachute.
No.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he used the net 100%.
We're going to come back next week and we're going to look it up after this episode.
Okay.
You know what? Pause it now. We're looking at
All
it.
right, let's look it up.
Pause it up.
I'm pausing it right now. Anyways, moving on. what
There was definitely a parachute
What do
on
we
the
wanna talk about?
stratosphere jump that Red Bull
What's
did.
next on the list there, buddy?
Let's change topics real quick. Who's Latrell? You've written Latrell.
Oh, okay. So basically, what the gist is Latrell Mitchell is an NRL football player.
Okay.
On the weekend, he played a game, and then afterwards, he had not mental, but like he got really sad and started crying or whatever. Because all the NRL players are in lockdown and they haven't seen their family and stuff because they're not allowed to and stuff.
Yep.
So like I saw a post on like Fox Sport, and it was like, oh, this is what the sadness was about. Then everyone's just like ripping him to shreds, like, yeah, well, you know, we haven't seen our family either. Oh, we had to go through the same thing as you, like, and we didn't get paid as much as you. So, you know, carry on and all that kind of stuff. Do you think?
What kind of jobs do people have that you can't see your family during?
I guess
COVID?
maybe some nurses and stuff. A lot of nurses are staying in hotels and stuff like that as well.
Okay,
I'm not sure if they're
maybe.
still doing it now, but they
Yeah,
were.
Right.
But yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's just kind of like he's allowed to be upset, or is it just like,
Yeah, he's allowed to be upset.
yeah,
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like if someone's, it's like the people that say,
the people who have it worse?
when you're like, oh, I'm hungry, and they're like, there's people starving in Africa. It's like, doesn't mean I can't be hungry.
Hey, don't be hungry, bitch.
Like it might be unfortunate that they're in that situation.
If you keep
But it
saying,
doesn't mean I can't be upset about my situation.
if you're sad and it's like, hey, there's people who've had it worse, it's like, that doesn't make me not sad. Like, oh, yes. It's just, yeah, he's upset. He wants to see his family. Goddamn. Why
Yeah,
are you getting
that's
so
like-
angry about it?
He's probably like, I can imagine if you play NRL at that level and you have for a long time, like he probably has. Is he new to it? No, he's been around for a while.
I mean, he's definitely not a newbie.
Like he's probably at the level where it's like, oh, this game, you know, I love playing footy, but it's not worth me not being with my loved ones.
Well, a lot of people are saying, because he was, do you remember when so for those who don't know, the NRL has come back, and a few weeks beforehand, all the teams went into like lockdown, and all the teams are obviously like restricted and stuff. But before that, when everyone was meant to be inside and not spreading the disease, Latrell Mitchell was one of those people who went camping with all his friends. Do you remember that story that came up? I don't know if you saw it.
No.
It was him and like another footy player and all of his mates went on a camping trip when you weren't meant to. You were meant to be in lockdown. So they got,
right.
don't know if they got fined, but they got held a bit of abuse. So then everyone's like, oh yeah, well, you love going on a camping trip with all your friends when we're all meant to be at home, so you can suck it up, kind of thing. So that was funny, but I guess it's just a bit of karma. But
I don't. But
like the guy's upset. Let him see his family.
Let him cry.
Well, not let him see his family, but let him be upset. Like, goddamn.
I think it's basically entertainment.
Yeah.
Like that's all footy is. Like
Yeah.
it's no different to movies. It's just it's a form of entertainment for a lot of Australians. But it's like, is it worth having them be like isolated and like in their own camps and shit like that just
Ooh.
for the sake of entertainment?
Well,
I guess you could say it's like there's so many jobs in the
There is a lot of
NRL and
jobs
stuff
in
like
there,
that, and like
it's
but
money and stuff at the end of the day.
I don't know.
It's just
Move it to a virtual comp. Play NRL 2K live. That's not a
thing.
game.
It's not a game. Well, yeah, like I guess that's true, but it is necessary to get the game going. But I think what you're trying to argue is whether the game should be on at all. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, so I just don't.
I don't know.
It's probably
like,
easy for me to be like, because I'm not into footy.
Neither
I
am
don't
I,
care if they play
so-
or not.
But I know there's a lot of people that are
They're
like,
like, I miss footy.
it's like, yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
it's like their
gives a
Friday
shit.
night is watching the footy, whereas your Friday night's like, making posters or whatever and eating beans.
Beans.
And
I've
stuff
been
like
eating
that.
a lot of vegetables lately.
That's nice.
You know my tonsils are shit.
Yep.
I have really weak ass tonsils, and they get worked up really easily for some reason.
Got a dry
And
cough.
so, yeah, not cough. They just start getting sore if I don't get enough sleep and stuff like that. It's like, and then it very quickly leads to tonsillitis. And so I've been smashing vegetables the last 3 days
Does that help?
because I felt something coming on, and it's like basically gone now. Feels great.
Does that stop tonsillitis? Eating vegetables?
We're just eating really healthily. And
Healthily?
having a lot of teas.
Does
Lemon, ginger.
Have you done or is this you?
But it's just like giving your immune system a bit of a kick.
Yeah,
You're
right.
like,
Gotcha.
I'm just filling my body with healthy stuff, giving it no reason to hate
Yeah,
itself.
well, you eating meat?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of eggs.
Get
a lot of
out.
eggs for brekkie.
Get out.
I am eating meat. Lisa, if you're listening, I'm eating so much meat, and it's yummy.
Yeah, so my family's all vegan except for me and my brother. For those who are confused, so yeah,
What are your thoughts?
you scumbag.
Do you like vegan food?
I'm like a 70% vegan, honestly, but
Yeah. Well, it's because at home you would rather not cook.
it's like
So
at
if
the
your
end of
mum-
the day,
if your
I've told
mum's
this to my
cooking-
mum. It's like, you pay for the food, I'll eat whatever you provide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're making, like she makes vegan dinners and stuff, and it's totally fine. But I think
It's a lot of legumes,
where
and
our
chickpeas and stuff, isn't it?
I agree with a lot of the thoughts of why to be a vegan. There's two reasons if you want to become a vegan: morals, whether you think
It's wrong.
you shouldn't eat meat because it's an animal,
Mhm.
or the health reasons. For the moral reasons, I just think they're animals. Kind of eat them and stuff. I guess. Like,
They're pretty tasty.
yeah, and
Yeah.
but then the health reasons, like a good 60% of it, I agree on. Like, it's no surprise when I say bacon's not good, right? Like, no one's like, bacon's a healthy food. It's like, no, it's not.
It's not
Bacon's
healthy.
never been a good thing.
Bacon, I learnt at university when we did like hospitality, that bacon and ham aren't classified as meat servings. They're classified as like the type of serving you'd have that you'd like put in your diet if you had Smith's chips.
Yeah, right.
Like they're like
processed.
confection. Yeah, it's like there's nothing good in them.
Yeah,
They're
no.
not healthy at all.
They're not healthy
bacon
at
and
all.
ham. No.
And it's like, it's
that's
same
same
with
with salamis and things like that, like
a lot,
cold meats.
A lot of meats are not good for you, believe it or not. But there are a lot of meats that are.
Lean meat. It's just lean
Chicken,
meats.
fish,
Beef's good for you, but lean beef.
some cuts of beef.
Lean beef.
Like if you get the lean beef, that is. But there's a lot of fatty ones that you can get. But yeah, like I said, like I agree with a lot of this stuff, but it's just like where our alignments disallies that a lot of people don't think chicken and fish should be eaten because it's unhealthy. But if you get good chicken and good fish, like boiled chicken breast, come on now.
It's as healthy as you can get.
It's like probably the healthiest cut of meat you can probably get. Most boring. Not tasty.
Definitely, it doesn't taste
But it's
good.
nice. But let's all agree, chicken tastes good.
Chicken
do be
I've
tasty.
I've never been a meat eater for the health. I've never been like,
No.
oh, this protein.
Yeah, no,
If
of
I
course
want,
not.
If I want, like, I'm not really a big diet person, but if I, like, I'll just have eggs.
I can tell. But
I'll just have eggs
there's a lot of
or
like
something.
you can be healthy by eating meat. You can be healthy by not eating meat. Like it's It's, that's where, but like where a lot of arguments is you can get the same amount of protein from a chicken breast as you can from vegetables and stuff. And that's true.
Some chickpeas or
like for
spinach.
real. But you have to eat a lot of chickpeas and stuff to get the same amount of protein from just one chicken breast. You know what I mean?
It also just doesn't taste as good.
Yeah, it tastes bloody good, mate. Tell you what. Fried. I mean, it's just how you cook it. You can have
can't
deep fried
imagine-
broccoli and that's probably not healthy for you, but you can have, you know what I mean? It's just like...
I know a big one is the environmental impact.
Yes.
I've genuinely thought about going like...
That is true.
Because if you look at a cut of beef or just a cow and the effect that agriculture and animal farming has on like a environmental level, like greenhouse gases, like green footprint, things like that, it is huge. Like it's not a very sustainable industry at all.
It's
and
like,
so it's like big picture. If we all my thing is that if you can get a plant-based thing that tastes basically the same, and they're pretty good. There's some Hungry Jack's
really
has
good,
a plant-based
there's some
one.
really good plant-based stuff out there.
And like it's basically tastes the same. And
it's like you don't have to label yourself a vegan, but you can cut back on a lot of the stuff you eat. Like I think there's some crazy stat where I want to say like half of all like wheat made in the world has to feed the animals that we eat.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how much the effect animal producing happens on the environment and stuff. Like there's no denying that for sure.
It's like taking one step back to take two steps forward.
Yeah,
it's
exactly
like
right. Like it's like instead of eating the food, we have to eat the animals that would eat the food. Like it's true. But yeah, like, and then you got like dairy and stuff, like milk. I don't drink milk. I drink almond milk. Well, I do drink milk if I have like a coffee or something. But at home, it's all almond milk.
It's all almond milk.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just whatever you want. Just get
I think
eggs. I think are fine. But
do you have eggs in your house, or
yes, we do. Actually,
you do still have eggs. Does your mum still eat eggs?
My sister does sometimes. Like they're like 90% vegans. You know what I mean? I'm like a 70% vegan, just because I eat chicken.
Yeah, I have a friend who is like she's vegetarian. Like at home, she basically never cook meat, but she's not a vegetarian if it's inconvenience.
Yeah, I
she's
mean,
like if I'm out and there's no good vegetarian options on the menu, then fuck it, I'll just have a chicken breast,
and that's fine.
And she's
if you look at her carbon footprint compared to someone who like eats meat all the time, and they're like, oh well, aren't you vegetarian? You're eating a chicken sandwich, and you're like, yeah well, and I don't eat it at home.
And she just does it more because she feels better when she doesn't eat.
Oh
a lot of a heap of meat, and so
as in like health feel better or moral
health wise.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like the health benefits are good,
but she's never gonna be like she makes a point to like I never want to inconvenience others with my diet choice.
Okay,
I never want to be going to a gather or a party and be like, sorry, I'm vegan, so I can't have this chicken salad you've made.
Yeah, true.
Just like she's just like, I'll just eat it.
That would be hard. It would be
rough being
that
like,
would be rough. I would struggle with that.
I feel bad for people with allergies, or like they must feel like an inconvenience all the time.
You guys are just inconveniences.
Like I don't mind catering to someone's allergies.
You suck.
But I feel like if I was to ask people to cater to my allergies all the time, I'd feel a bit bad.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of eating beforehand, kind of thing.
Yeah. It'd be a good way to save money because you can't eat out a lot. So,
yeah. No, definitely for sure. Don't have to eat particular types of food because you die if you eat them.
I hate fussy eaters, man.
Really?
Like people that are like, oh, there's a bit of spinach on my thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like real.
It's like when they go to order something and they're like, can I get this removed, this removed, this removed?
Nah, hate that. Just eat it. All food's pretty good.
Come on now.
There's rarely something that I'll be like, no.
There's one thing.
I'm not a fan of pickles.
Pickles, that's it. Pickles, and I don't eat olives.
My one request, I love olives.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Well, olives only come in salad, which are easy to sort of remove.
Yeah.
I won't get something without it. If it's on a pizza, I'll eat it. It's just more like them by themselves.
I'll just be like, hey, no pickles on the cheeseburger I'm getting at the pub or something like that. Yeah. Just because sometimes they just put huge pickles on there.
Even then, it's just like if there's something that I don't want to eat on something, I'll try and remove it.
Yeah,
like without asking them to remove it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like even then, it might be difficult to do that if I'm eating.
Do you pick the pickle out of your Macca's burgers?
The Macca's burgers I usually get don't have pickles on them. I don't usually eat the beef ones. I usually get like a McChicken or something, which is just like mayo and stuff.
I love just a classic cheeseburger.
Yeah. So do you pick the pickles up?
I used to take the top off, take the pickle out.
You don't do that anymore?
I don't do it. I can't be bothered.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just like,
it's annoying,
I'm driving. I don't want sauce on my fingers.
Just eat it.
But Macca's pickles are like,
to be fair,
they're the weakest pickles as far as
pickles. They don't taste like anything. The only bad thing is that it's the consistency. So it's nice and like soft, I guess you could say. And you get this weird crunch. You're like, what the hell is that? Oh,
I don't mind I don't like a soft pickle, but I don't mind a crunchy pickle.
You scumbag.
Like a gherkin. You know, they just eat them. They just chow down.
Oh, yuck.
Nah.
You do that?
Nah, not really. They taste vinegary. Not a fan.
You suck.
There's people that are like, they won't eat vegetables.
Would you say, like if I go to a particular place, it's like a common place that I go to all the time, and I order sort of the same thing every time. Am I a picky eater?
No, you just like what you like.
That's what I'm saying.
I almost exclusively order Parmesan, like palmies. How do you say it? Parmigiana?
Palmies.
Yeah.
As in chicken palmies.
Yeah, chicken palmies.
Yeah,
when I go to the pub. I never order anything else.
I get pizza sometimes, but
I get pizza.
Yeah, you liar.
Pizza's pretty
piece of shit.
Pizza's very basic as well.
Pizza's so easy.
It's hard to fuck up pizza, isn't it?
It's hard to fuck up
pizza. You ever
pizza.
had a bad pizza?
No.
I've had
I want to say yes. I feel like there's one time, but I don't remember.
I think the fancier pizza gets, the worse it gets. Because then it just gets to the point where it's like they'll do the bread. They'll do the bread and then they'll put just rocket, prosciutto, and feta. No sauce, and it's just like it's meant to be fancy, but it's just not good. Bread. Rocket tastes like dish soap.
You don't like rocket?
Nah.
You're such a fussy eater, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I like rocket. Rocket's nice.
This segment on fussy eaters just turned into us telling people what we don't like and how fussy we are.
What's something? I used to not like tomatoes for a while, but now I really like tomatoes.
When I was young, I hated tomatoes. Hated rice.
How do you eat rice?
Nah, something about rice, the texture of it, I just didn't like it as a kid. Would put up the biggest fight with my mum to not eat rice.
One thing that I don't like is yogurt with bits in it. You know, you get yogurt and it has like little chunks of like
berries and stuff.
If I make it myself, that's fine. But like, you know, when you buy like just from Woolworths, like tub of just like little ones that you can eat, and it's got like little weird bits of, I guess, lollies or berries in it. I can't eat that. I feel like it's just like,
you don't like it? It's the
it's even
texture.
like my mum even knows when I was younger, I'd only eat a particular type of yogurt. Like if she got something else, I would tell the difference and I wouldn't eat it.
Talking about the honey vanilla one. There's like a honey vanilla yogurt that's super smooth. There's no bits.
Yeah.
That's super nice.
Or even like you get like the YoPro ones with like protein in it and stuff like that.
Right.
They're just straight up just yogurt
Just
that
plain.
tastes like mango and stuff.
Okay.
That shit, don't put bits in my yogurt. I can't eat it. Unless it's got like muesli in it on purpose, that's fine.
One thing I don't like the texture of is if you have a Greek yogurt with a passion fruit in it. Quite popular at my university. You know, they're very nice. But you get a crunchy passion fruit seed.
Yeah,
in amongst the Greek yogurt, and you're like, oh, that was a weird crunch. I didn't like that. It's like when you're chewing on some nice soft chicken, and all of a sudden you hit gristle, and you're like, oh, not good.
What's an overrated food?
Steak. I feel like so many people froth over a good steak, but I'm like,
I'd rather a palmy.
Don't care.
Palmy over steak.
Don't care for beef that much.
No,
unless
it's a really nice steak that I'm paying a lot of money for, but I'd much rather buy a palmy.
As far as like your regular barbecue T-bone goes, they're not that amazing. No.
But I even sometimes think that minute steaks are better than a big old steak.
Yeah. Just sear that baby up.
Just sear it up.
Throw it with some things. I think the thing that makes a minute steak good is you usually put them on like a sandwich because they're thin.
You've had green curry before?
Yeah, I have.
It's best shit.
Green curry's good.
So nice.
It's a bit creamy, isn't it?
It's like
milky-ish.
Yeah, well, it's curry. So yeah. But if I go to Thai, it's either pad Thai or green curry.
I like a pad see
Pad see is nice.
Pad see.
It just sometimes it's a bit salty for me, so I prefer to get like a pad Thai.
Yeah, pad Thai.
Just real fussy with my salty foods, you know what I'm saying?
Too much salt.
Saltiness.
Should we wrap it up?
We should wrap it up. I think so.
We're gonna hit our listeners up with some more Instagram stuff.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that. There'll be more some stuff.
Bit of fun. But I'm editing this one and I got to go rock climbing. So.
What time you got rock climbing?
7. So I got a while.
Oh, you got a while. You got time.
We got time.
You can do it after rock climbing.
No.
How'd your new shoes go?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, they're pretty tight.
You'd be smashing them 10s?
Very tight. Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm up to about a 4 or 5.
You suck.
Yeah, man.
You suck.
I'm so weak, dude.
You suck.
Did I talk about it? I'm very weak at the moment.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I went to the gym today and I was...
Feel strong?
Yeah. just a little bit less than I normally do. I was like, oh, not bad.
Right.
But I reckon if I went to bowling, I'd suck big time because I don't go as often as you.
Do you want to come tonight?
Nah, no
Studying?
fucking way. Yeah, I got an exam tomorrow.
We'll talk about studying next week.
Yeah.
Now that exams will be done.
Next week, I'd be finished my exams.
Hey, which
Bitch.
means beers and cocaine on the podcast.
I've only got Tuesday and Friday. How good's that?
Fair enough. We have been the Young Crumbs podcast. My name's Michael.
Instagram.
My Instagram is mob_y_dick.
Plug it twice.
What is yours?
Sean_wool99.
Follow the Young Crumbs podcast on Instagram. No
At
space,
the Young Crumbs.
no spaces, or dots.
No spaces or underscores, champion.
Yeah, we're gonna be engaging with the community. It's gonna be good fun. So
Yeah, so just follow us on Instagram. That's where we communicate with most people. So
thank you
it'd
for
be good.
thanks
Be
for
good
listening.
at episode 12. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.